are the tools needed to install your JDDX2RS-A contactless fader. A pair of wire snips, a small Phillips head screwdriver, and a cordless drill with an adjustable clutch, of course if you have it. First of all, here's your PTO1 scratch. We're going to go ahead and flip it over and remove the 8 screws from the base. Once you have the base screws off, you can go and remove the base from the top of the turntable. You're going to remove a red auxiliary cable, a white USB to phono, and a black ribbon cable on the back. And these are the cables as they go. This is the red auxiliary input, the white phono to USB card, and of course the black ribbon cable. Now we're going to go ahead and start to remove the original scratch switch from the top plate. Remove the one screw off the bracket that attaches on the bottom. Now we're going to flip over the top, remove the lid, and then remove the 2 Phillips screws that attach the switch to the top. Once that's done, detach the switch wire and pull the switch from the top. We are now going to flip over the turntable and put the lid on it. And remove the 3 screws that hold the controller board to the top of the turntable. Now pry up ever so lightly, make sure your cables are clear, nothing's pinched or bound. We're going to go ahead and remove the C513 cap. What this capacitor does is it actually sets a curve or an actual roll to the cut. So by snipping one leg of it, you won't have to desolder or anything. It'll make the cut a lot sharper. Now you don't have to remove it, just cut one leg and then pull the capacitor back away from the lead. Now we're going to go ahead and put the board back and put it in place. Now we're going to go ahead and screw down the controller board back to the top of the turntable. Now if you want to put your fader at a 45 degree, there is a post without a screw, or doesn't use a screw right here, that can be removed and to put it at 45. So we just take a pair of pliers, snap that post right off, real easy, and then we're going to go ahead and now take your fader and place it in place where it needs to be. So now if you can, hold it in place, or if not, you can always put it back in once the turntable is flipped over. Go ahead and put your fader where you need it, and then grab the top plate, place it accordingly to where it needs to be with the screws and holes aligned. Now take your 2 screws that came in the kit, put them in place and screw them in. I'm going to use a small Phillips screwdriver to go ahead and put those in. Now once your screws are snug, you can go ahead and get everything ready. Go ahead and put the cover back on the turntable and flip it back over. Go ahead and plug in the fader wire or the switch wire that came off, which is a yellow and 3 white wires. This is a 4-pin, and just go ahead and turn that, plug it right into place. Once it's all ready to go, we can go ahead and now take the base and go ahead and plug the wires back in. What we're going to do is plug in the black ribbon cable first, and then plug in the other two wires, which are the red and white wires that attach to the front auxiliary USB port. Kind of hold it upright and plug those two wires in. Now once you got all the wires plugged in and everything's clear, make sure the black ribbon cable is not interfering with any of the screw posts, because we don't want to put a screw through that black ribbon cable. Kind of mess stuff up. So once all aligned, go ahead and now get your 8 screws, put them in and tighten them down. Thing all screwed in, we are now ready to set the calibration on the fader.
To set the calibration on the turntable, we're going to go ahead and use the small screwdriver. Okay, when you turn it clockwise, it basically turns the audio on. If you turn it counterclockwise, it'll shut the audio off. As C. So we'll turn it up. So that's counterclockwise, and we go counterclockwise until the audio cuts. And that's your cut. And we go to the other side, same thing. Now if you want one side cut and not the other, all you have to do is say we want traditional. So if you want one side cut and not the other side, so we want this side not to cut, we'll go ahead and basically just turn it clockwise and it will leave that audio on. So no cut, no side. Same thing with the other side. We want to go ahead and set up this side to cut and the other side not to. We'll go ahead and set the cut on this side. So turn it counterclockwise until it shuts off.
Skills.
That's your cut. Then this side, we'll just go ahead and go clockwise.
Skills. Skills. Skills.
So we want to set our cut in, so for double cut, go ahead and do it counterclockwise until it shuts off.
Skills. 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 Skills.
So this is Jesse with Jesse Dean Designs on our new contactless JDDX2RS-A fader for the PTL1 scratch, install, and calibration.